Okay, folks, this is Acid Roots, and I'm here to talk about System of a Down and their first album, self-titled. So, this came out in 1998. We're pushing as far as its age is concerned, but I figured since this was kind of new metal, I figured I'd give it a look just to completely mop up this genre. So, with this, I kind of feel like these guys have something else to them rather than the standard new metal. They do have traces of Korn. They do have traces of I don't think who. They're not as hard as Godsmack and as gnarly as Kid Rock, but they do have some meaner tracks than Trapped and Alien Ant Farm. So it's kind of, I'd probably rank them as far as overall rawness. I'd probably rank them like at a 6.5 or so. And this remains to be seen. But the thing is these albums got accolades, and the appeal of it. They dropped 5 albums before they went on hiatus and just never came back. I really feel that we could have used more albums by this group. I would have liked to have seen what their thoughts would have been in 2009, 2012, 2014, what their thoughts were in 2014, and that sort of thing. But really, the way that this record works out is they try some new things that not necessarily happened in new metal. Korn kind of did this, but really the fact that they did it the same way, but the song Spiders was a song like that, and I also felt like what was the song? It was Sugar. That one was kind of surprising. It did not have the gnarliest, instrumentation in it. But I still did prefer the song. It just felt like kind of later at night rather than just at night. So that, that's something to me. But there was only 2 singles for this project. So obviously, after that we go to their 2001 album, which, has songs like Aerials and that sort of thing. But this is really the first album I've listened to. I tried listening to them back in like March or so, but I just wasn't ready at the time to do it. And so I'm trying again, and now I can easily say that this album will get a high score. So there's 13 songs on here, but a couple of them are a way that you should know by now that I don't like. I don't like songs that are less than 2 minutes, but there's a couple on here, so that would leave 11 songs. But really, there was only 5 songs I did not like off this project. So it easily stands as something real, had good signs, and we're just going to cover these songs. So a few of the differences that I'm going to say is that it's hard to describe the genre that this would be in, but it does feel like metal, but it does not feel like new metal. So Sugar, No, Sweet Pea, these have, this is a great way to start up the album. Spiders is definitely one of those songs that has replay value, and I feel like Soil and War are the hardest songs on this album. Those are some of my favorites. And then Darts and Pluck, I'm thinking that those are well put together also. So these are things. So we're just gonna go to the unheard songs, so the songs you need to hear. So the 8 songs I liked are Sweet Pea, No, Sugar, Spiders, Soil, War, Darts, and Pluck. Song number 13. Those are the ones. I would have liked D-Devil, but it was too short. That was, of course, the song that you like has to be that way, but that would have been number 9. And, there were just a couple in there that I was not preferring. So War, Soil were some of my favorites. I really preferred Spiders. I like the fact that they did manage to get the second single. That's a really pretty thing when that happens, when they chart multiple times. It makes it a lot easier to suggest these sorts of things. just easier. But the problem with it was there were only 2 singles, so it's not quite, it's worthwhile. But for our mainstream folks out there that only pay attention to singles, that's just what you have to consider. So obviously that's what I'm here for, just to pick out a few different ones. And I would say, War, go for that one. I'd say go for the song No, and D Devil if you can deal with short songs, and then probably I don't remember what Dart sounds like, but that one. So those are just ones: War, Soil, No, D Devil, and then of course Spiders and Sugar are excellent. So these are songs that easily fill the playlist, and I'll talk about the effect of some of these. It feels as if when you listen to a rock radio station, supposing you hear them, it's a warm feeling, just because this System of a Down has not been active for over 10 years now, and hearing some of these rock bands that are kind of have dissolved, it's good to know some of this. So I'm gonna give this album, because I like 8 out of 13. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. I guess I could give it an 8 just because of the quality of it. Because really, I consider D Devil just about there. If it just would have been a few, I'll give it an 8, and that's kind of the situation. So I'll take a drink. Mountain Dew Black Label. Consider getting that, everyone. I think you should. So this album gets an 8. The social score, which is how well it plays around a group, I'm going to give it a 6.5, just because it could have used more promotion. The songs are good, but it just depends upon how many people sought this album out. This depends upon how many people sought this album out, and so can it be topped? I think the answer is not really. This is yet another one to add to your rock collection. Subscribe for more fun.